what do you think of that climb up the hill, Vic?
I didn't like it. I was starting to feel sick.
Starting to feel sick.
I was glad I was sitting in the front and not the back.
Well, it looks like we're at the top of the Snowy Mountains. Have a go at that.
Oh look, we're only 77 kilometres from Campground.
Oh, are we? Man.
So these mountains would all be covered in snow. That'd be pretty.
Man. He's a long way up.
Do you want me to do
Just trying to record a piece of history. We drive along. 99,999. I wonder if any fireworks will go off. Streamers will probably come out of the exhaust pipe. There she goes. No fireworks. No streamers. With the contrast in the scenery, this big valley. Why are all the lines on the road yellow?
so you can see them when it's snowing.
What's all those big orange posts?
Well, that's to tell you where the side of the road is and I guess how deep the snow is.
Interesting, isn't it? Like we're up the top of the mountain range still, but it's almost flat.
Very devoid of much flora.
Signs everywhere saying there's brumbies, but I haven't seen the brumby or a wombat. Coming down out of the mountains towards Cooma.
Expect to see a wagon train come over that hill any minute.
Bloody land, the contrasts, isn't it? Some cows sitting beside the water.
Lazy things. Hello. What a long trip.
Station on the left in 80 metres.
So yesterday we arrived at the Cann River campground. This used to be a caravan park, but it's at the moment a free camp. So you've got amenities down there. There's no power, but there is water still hooked up. Toilets. There are cold showers. When we got here yesterday it was very warm. We went over here to the creek, had a swim. That's the rainforest walk through there, and they're doing work on it, so it's shut. I think it said it's a 1.8 kilometre walk. But as you can see, it's no longer hot and sunny. So 50 metres down behind the campground is the river. Little waterfall. The river's shallow down here, but when you get up there near the fall there, it was way over my head. So I was at least 7 or 8 foot deep up there, which was nice. It was nice and clean. Wasn't too cold. Nice and refreshing on a hot day. Don't think I'll be going back in today.
Well, one day it went 3 hours to go 80 kilometres.
So it didn't go
bigger. And I said, why are all the trees dead? And they said the koalas.
Really?
In Victoria, yeah. The koalas killed them.
Really?
And the koalas down there were twice the size of the koalas that we get.
What's it called? Mueller Campground.
I couldn't tell you.
Yes, you
From
could.
the
Yes, you could.
Broad Hills track.
Yes, you could.
Oh,
Everybody on
Mueller
YouTube
Campground.
needs to know.
Looking for gangs and nightbirds.
And that's
Oh, here we go.
Lake, what lake is it? Lake Mueller.
Something inlet. Mueller's Inlet.
So we trekked out here to have a look at the Point Hicks lighthouse, but we passed a ranger just a while ago who informed us that the road and bridge are washed out to the lighthouse, so we can't get there, so we've ended up at Lake Mueller, which is the campground. Very nice. Deserted beaches. So for the next couple of nights we're at Wyanga Park Winery. Your doggy walking around. That's Freedom Camping. It is free if you spend something in the cellar door. So they've got a restaurant there, plus a cellar door, plus coffee. We've already paid for accommodation with one bottle of wine and beautiful trees. But tomorrow we'll go and get, they do platters that you can bring out to your caravans. So we'll do one of those tomorrow. We're probably 10 minutes from Lake's entrance. There's showground at Lake's entrance, but that's full of Snowy River caravans having their get together, so we won't go there. So this was a good option. Should be nice and quiet. The gate's locked every night, so secure. Yeah, and we'll explore Lake's entrance tomorrow. So they do river cruises or lake cruises up here to the winery, and this is their jetty. A 600-metre walk from where we're camping. And that's the escapees from the mental asylum down there.
Look at all the little fish down there.
Yes,
Very peaceful.
Lake's entrance. Oh. Lake's.
Lake's entrance! Yay!
You better be careful with that thing in your hand, Chick.
Got a couple of clowns in the car.
If you haven't noticed, we've been past a mental asylum. This morning we're at Paynesville. We're catching the ferry, that ferry that we just missed, to Raymond Island. There's a ferry every 20 minutes. And out there there's black swans swimming around. Going to Raymond Island because there's koalas. So we walked about 100 metres off the ferry and there's the first one. Number 3, within about 200 metres. This is just incredible. There's koalas everywhere. Huh? There's supposed to be 250 here on the island. I reckon we've seen half of them. Couple of black swans.
Put your head up.
Heading off this morning, do some shopping in Sale, and then on, don't know, do an overnight stop somewhere. Fit in when we get there. We pulled into Sale on the way to our next stop. Seems a nice place. This is called the Port of Sale here. We saw a paddle steamer going up a while ago. So we've done our shopping. Yeah. Emptied our cassettes, filled up with water, spent a bit of money in the town. Wouldn't mind coming back here. It's a nice place, nice and clean, tidy. Good bike tracks, walking tracks. Hey, maybe on the way home. So this is the camp for the night. It's called Port Albert Boat Ramp and Recreation Reserve. Free camp. You're supposed to park between the yellow markers, but yeah, we had to back up onto the grass. The parking spaces aren't real good. Good spot though. What do you reckon, Greg?
Top spot.
What was that other place we stopped at? Yarram. Yarram Reserve. Yeah, that was a bit of a dive, so we just kept coming. Glad we did. It is now an absolute beautiful evening at Port
Albert.
Albert.
Albert?
The wind has dropped. It's warm. It's nearly a full moon. And out in the west, there was a beautiful sunset. that's our camp for the night. It's a free camp, there's no donation box, there's toilets. Nice little spot. And this is what we wake up to on Sunday morning. There has to have been 100, 150 boats launched since like 5:30 this morning. Car park is now chockers. There's area marked with yellow lines, that's where RVs can park, and the rest is for boats and general parking. There's a few bushflies around here.